day 12 since the Zeon Zoysia was last top dressed, and overall coming in pretty nicely. So guys, here's an interesting point, right? If you guys have been following this series where I've been doing these updates every day, you know about 4 days ago, I put down some additional sand all through here, and you can see how it's largely grown through already. You've got like this section here is a little bit heavier, where it's taking a bit more time. But if we get down to like over there, you can see how it's largely grown through. So the whole thing about Zoysia not growing quickly, I would say this. I would argue that it grows tall, it grows up. I mean, definitely slower than Bermuda, but not, as crazy slow as people would lead you to believe. But what it does take longer to do is spread laterally. So as far as creeping, that does tend to take a bit more time. You can see some sod here. This is obviously clearly a piece of sod, and you can see how it's still taking its sweet time to fill in and to creep across in some of these areas and kind of bond together. Some areas did better than others, but overall, that's the thing that I'm noticing about it. It doesn't creep or spread laterally nearly as aggressively as Bermuda does. Also, that's also reflective by the sidewalk. So the edging, if you look here, like this was edged 4 days ago, right? 4 days ago or something like that. And this, for the most part, the edge is still pretty good. I mean, you got a little bit like growing through there, but overall, if you look, the edge is still fairly clean. So as far as creeping, not nearly as aggressive as, say, Bermuda. In comparison, you can look at over here. Well, it's not fair because this was edge. This was edge like 2 days ago compared to this. But at any rate, you can see this edge is not quite as crispy as this is, and this has been done again at least 4 days since the last time. So it's an interesting difference with Zoysia. It doesn't move laterally quite as fast, which is kind of cool because you figure in addition to like less or lower mowing requirements, once you edge the lawn from a maintenance perspective, that's going to be kind of nice, right? So today the plan is to put a mow on it at some point. It does need a little cutting back. The stripe action is holding in pretty nicely, which I'm really happy with. Again, given this is only 2 months old. And yeah, overall we'll just keep going. Later on this week we're supposed to get some rain, I think starting Friday, which will be nice. So what I'll probably do is turn off my irrigation that's supposed to run that day. But overall, color's nice, growing in nice, stripe action's on point. It will get mowed today, and we'll just keep doing it. See you guys tomorrow.